Hello, Mark. I'm going to read some news. And my first news is tainted frozen food sickens hundreds in Japan. Hundreds of people fell sick across Japan after eating frozen food that may have been tainted with a pesticide. Food maker Maruha Nikiro Holdings used full-page ads in major newspapers Wednesday, apologizing and warning consumers not to eat any of the tainted food, including pizza, croquettes, and pancakes, manufactured at a factory in Gunma Prefecture, north of Tokyo. The company began recalling 6.4 million packages of various frozen foods on December 29, saying it found some were tainted by high levels of maladon, a pesticide. Maruha has received hundreds of thousands of calls about the problem. The products will have a strong smell and eating them may cause vomiting and stomach pain, it said in a notice, which included 51 color photos of the problem products. The Health Ministry said it had confirmed 556 people suffering such symptoms after eating those products as of late Tuesday. In a notice on its website, it ordered Maruha Nikiro to recall all potentially affected products and to be forthright in informing the public about the situation. Estimates of the number of people affected vary. Public broadcaster NHK said Wednesday that its totally found 1,700 people sickened after eating the Maruha products, while Kyodo News Agency put the number at 1,400 earlier. NHK said information from local governments showed 356 people were affected. Both reports said it was unclear whether consumption that of the tainted products was directly responsible for the illnesses, suggesting a possibility of some public hysteria. The Health Ministry said it had not detected maladon in nearly 3 dozen cases tested. Tokyo-based Maruha Nikiro said it had so far retrieved about 1.1 million packages subject to the recall. Last week, it issued a formal apology and appealed to consumers not to eat any of affected products. Police are investigating how the items were contained with maladon, reported by up to 2.6 million times the allowable limit. Maladon is a pesticide used in farming and gardening, and to kill fleas on animals and people. At high enough concentrations, it can cause death, according to the U.S. Centers of Disease Control. There have been no reports to life-threatening illness from Maruha's products, but the contamination has further shaken public confidence, undermined by various food quality scandals. Last year, a slew of top-notch hotels and department stores apologized after it was found that some of the items they were selling were actually cheaper substitutes. Associated Press writer Yuri Kageyama contributed to this report. Okay, and next is ancient Greeks used portable grills at their picnics. The ancient Mycenaeans have a reputation as palace builders and warriors, but they were also quite sophisticated cooks. More than 3,000 years ago, they used portable grill pits to make so souvlaki and non-stick pans to make bread. New cooking experiments suggest the Mycenaean the Mycen the Mi- the Mycenaean civilization, which was the backdrop of Homer's Odyssey and Iliad, thrived in Greece during the Late Bronze Age from about one one what 1700 BC until the society mysteriously collapsed around 1200 BC. The Mycenaeans left behind amazing palaces and gold-littered tombs at sites like Pylos and Mycenae, but in these places, arch- archaea- arch- archaeologists also have found less glamorous artifacts, such as so souvlaki trays and griddles made from gritty clays. It wasn't clear how these two types of pans were used, said Julie Hurlby of Dartmouth College, praising her research at the Archaeological Institute of America's annual meeting here on Saturday. We don't have any recipes, Ruby told LifeScience. What we do have are tablets that talk about prepositions for feasts, so we have some idea of what ingredients might have been. But in terms of understanding how people cooked, the cooking pots are really our best bet. The souvlaki trays were rectangular ceramic pans that sat underneath skewers of meat. Scientists weren't sure whether these trays would have been placed directly over a fire, catching fat drippings from the meat, or if the pans would have held hot coals like a portable barbecue pit. The round griddles, meanwhile, had one smooth side and one side covered with tiny holes, and archaeologists have debated which side would have been facing up during cooking. To solve these culinary mysteries, Ruby and ceramicist Connie Podolsky of the Oregon College of Art and Craft mixed American clays to mimic Mycenaean clay, and created two griddles and two souvlaki trays in the ancient style. Well, their replica courseware they tried to cook meat and bread. Ruby and Podolsky found that the souvlaki trays were too thick to transfer heat when placed over a fire pit, resulting in a pretty raw meal. Placing the coals inside the tray was a much more effective cooking method. We should probably envision these as portable cooking devices. perhaps used during Mycenaean picnics, Ruby said. As for the griddles, bread was more likely to stick when it was cooked on the smooth side of the pan. The whole harvest seemed to be an ancient non-striking technology, ensuring that oil spread quite even over the griddle. Lowly pots were often overlooked, or even thrown out, during early excavations at Mycenaean sites in the 20th century, but researchers are starting to pay more attention to these vessels to glean a full picture of ancient lifestyles. As for who has using the souvlaki trays and griddles, Kirby says it was likely chefs cooking of Mycenaean ruling class. They're coming from light structures, but I doubt very much that the elites were doing the wrong cooking. Kirby told Life Science. There are cooks mentioned in the Linear B, a Mycenaean syllabic script, record who have that as a profession, that's their job, so we should envision professional cook using this. Follow Megan Donald on Twitter and Google+. Follow us Life Science Mail, Facebook, and Google+. Original article on Life Science. Okay, and next one is lung cancer. Sorry. U.S. lung cancer rates falling report. Lung cancer rates in the United States are falling as a direct result of efforts of controlling smoking and other tobacco use, according to research published on Thursday. The decline affects both men and women, said data from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) reported in the organization's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. The study found lung cancer incidence rates went down 2.6% per year among them, from 87 to 78 cases per 100,000 men and 1.1% per year among women, from 55 to 54 cases per 100,000 women. The analysis was conducted between 2005 and 2009, and it showed that the fastest decline was among adults aged 35 to 44, falling 6.5% per year among men and 58% annually among women. Lung cancer incidence rates decreased more rapidly among men than among women in all age groups, said the report, but similar present-day levels of smoking between men and women in women are now just as much at risk as men of developing this disease. This dramatic declines in the number of young adults with lung cancer show that tobacco prevention control programs work when they are applied, said Dr. Tom Frieden, director to the CDC. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death and the second most commonly diagnosed cancer among both men and women in the United States. Most lung cancers are attributable to cigarette smoking and secondhand smoke, but the report said in 2010, U.S. states devoted only 2.4% of their revenues from tobacco sales to pursuing tobacco control measures. While it's encouraging, that lung cancer incidence rates are dropping in the United States, one preventable cancer is one too many, Dr. Frieden said. Implementation of tobacco control strategies is needed to reduce smoking prevalence and the lung cancer it causes among men and women. The CDC used data from the National Program of Cancer Registries and the National Cancer Institute's Surveillance Epidemiology and End Results Program for the period 2005 to 2009 to assess lung cancer threats. January marks the 50th anniversary of the first Surgeon General's report linking cigarette smoking to lung cancer. Smoking remains the leading cause of preventable death and disease in the United States. Millions of Americans are living with a smoking-related disease, and each day more than 2,100 young and young adults become daily smokers, according to the CDC. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye bye.